It's Charleston softball on Classic Rock 92.1 The Axe. So we're back here at Karch Field in Charleston. Rob Calhoun along with you. We're getting ready for the start of the game between WSS and Charleston in softball. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Trojans. Their center fielder is Ashlyn McPeak. Batting second is Ava Stevens, the third baseman. Third is Reagan McGahee, the shortstop. Fourth is Kara Moore, the pitcher. Batting fifth is the right fielder, Claire Cox. Batting sixth is the left fielder, Caitlin Wilson. Batting seventh is the designated player, Addison Schrader. Batting eighth is the catcher, Aaron Blair. And batting ninth is the first baseman, Michaela Lane. That's the starting lineup, brought to you by Wildcatters Grill. Let's take a look at our time and temperature checks and our weather check. It's currently 82 degrees under fair skies. Winds out of the northwest at 6 miles per hour, so the wind kind of blowing in a little bit from left field here today at Karch Field, and it is currently 4:26 in the afternoon. Our weather, time, and temperature checks brought to you by Tidal Wave Car Wash. Charleston will be in their dark gray uniforms with red numerals and gold trim, and gray trousers as well. The Hatchets in their blue uniforms with green down the side, green letters and numerals with white trim and blue trousers. Beautiful day for softball here in Charleston. Was worried about getting this one in with some overnight rains and some rain this morning too, but the field is in excellent condition. They do have a tarp that they do put on the field here at Karch Field in Charleston. 200 feet all the way around here at Charleston. Charleston baseball currently takes Cora. And for Charleston, they're leading that one by the score of 5-0 in the bottom of the third. It's First Neighbor Bank scoreboard update. Let's take a look at the Trojans on defense. In left field is Caitlin Wilson. The center fielder is Ashlyn McPeak. Right fielder is Clara Cox. At third base is Ava Stevens. At shortstop, Reagan McGahee. The second baseman, Macy Mayhall. At first base is Michaela Lane. Behind the plate is Aaron Blair. For Charleston right-hander, Kara Moore. Moore comes in. This is her 20th appearance. A 15-0 record and a 1.84 ERA, 106 innings pitched. She's given up 91 hits, 45 runs, 28 earned, 24 walks against 92 strikeouts. Opponents batting 222 against her, and she has a whip, which is walks and hits per innings pitched at 1.08. Leading it off for the Hatchets will be Ella Kinkelar. Kinkelar, the third baseman for the Hatchets. Kinkelar comes into this ball game a .533 hitter, no home runs, and 13 runs batted in. She'll bat from the left-hand side. We're about ready to go. WSS against Charleston. The first pitch by Moore is a little bit low and inside for ball, outside for ball one. 1-0 the count to Kinkelar. Next pitch pitch is ripped foul out of play. Left-hand side. 1-1 now the count to Kinkler. Just underway here in Charleston. High school softball action on Classic Rock. 92-1 the Axe. Pitch by Moore. Swung on and missed for strike 2. So 1-2 now the count to Ella Kinkler. She's the third baseman for the Hatchets here today. And it's Greg Moffitt, the head coach at third base, and the pitch is high inside, 4-2, 2-2 now the count. Like I said, Craig Moffitt, the head coach at third base. Assistant coach Lindsey Floyd at first base. 2 balls and 2 strikes, nobody out here in the top of the first. Hit by Moore. Rip foul, left-hand side and out of play. Toward the soccer field here, the Paul Strands field, as a matter of fact. Soccer practice going on right now. Baseball playing, so a lot of action going on here. Looks like there's a track practice going on as well. This one's looped into shallow left field, getting a beat on it and missing it was the second baseman, Macy Mayhall, as she almost came up with the catch. It's going to be a base hit for Kinkler in the first hit of the ball game. That brings up Hannah Hayes, the shortstop. Hayes, a .408 hitter, no home runs, and 5 runs batted in on the season. She'll bat from the right-hand side, the shortstop for the Hatchets. I'm going to apologize right now if I do call them the Comets from time to time. Ground ball up the middle. Stepping on second for 1 was the shortstop, Reagan McGahee. Over to first, not in time. Fielder's choice, 1 away here in the inning for the Hatchets. Now bring up Carly Bean, the pitcher. Bean, a .521 hitter. 1 home run, 24 runs batted in for the junior hurler. First pitch to her is outside for a ball. 1-0, the count to Carly Bean. Bean steps in. Here comes the delivery from Moore. Outside for a ball, throw down to first. As Blair trying to catch the runner at first base, Hayes off. Did not get her. 2-0, the count to Carly Bean. Wind up in the pitch. It's going to be a ground ball up the middle to the shortstop. McGay steps on the bag. One fires the first. Double play, and Charleston's out of the inning. No runs on a hit, no errors, nobody left. We played half an inning with WWS 0. Charleston coming to bat. It is Charleston softball on Classic Rock, 92-1, the Axe.
Kinkler? Just so you know. Kinkler, I think you're this Kinkler's fine either way.
Okay, Kinkler.
I just know that because she plays with it, that's all.
My schedule is pretty much, I knew what was going on for the most part before I walked in, so I was prepared for that schedule. I have student work that I cover whenever the boss plays for company. So she's out. He's a picture.
We go into the bottom of the first inning with Windsor, Stewartson, Strasburg, and Charleston no score. Defense for the Hatchets, and left field is Gabby Vonderheide. Center fielder is Natalie Hayes, and the right fielder is McKenna Tabor. At third base is Ella Kinkler. At shortstop is Hannah Hayes. The second baseman, Sam Porter. And the first baseman is Maddie Pfeiffer. Behind the plate is Ava Richards for right-hander Carly Bean. Comes in with her 14th game pitch, a 9-4 record and a 3.71 ERA, 66 innings pitched, giving up 66 hits, 43 runs, 35 earned, 31 walks, against 57 strikeouts, batting 2-2 against her, and a whip of 1.49. Leading it off for Charleston will be their center fielder, Ashton McPeak. McPeak, a 5.716 hitter, 7 home runs, and 29 runs batted in. First pitch to her from Bean. It's called strike 4, strike 1 on the inside corner. 0-1, the count to Ashley McPeak. McPeak standing in from the right side. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Nice spin on that one from Carly Bean. And the count now 0-2 to McPeak. No score, bottom of the first. 0-2. Now back to the screen. Count will remain at 0-2. 0-2 the count. Nobody out here in the bottom of the first. Carly Bean with the wind up and the delivery. Foul back again, so Ashley McPeak has fouled off a couple of pretty good pitches to stay alive in this at bat. Count will remain at 0-2 to Ashley McPeak. Center fielder for Blaine Mayhall, who's down there coaching at third. Pitch upstairs for a ball. First base coach is Amber May. Count 1-2 to McPeak. No score, bottom one. Pitch by Bean. Got her on the high heat outside. One away here in the inning. Now bring up third baseman Ava Stevens. For Stevens, a 409 hitter, 2 home runs, 24 runs batted in for the senior third baseman. So one out here in the inning. The pitch. It's going to be looped into shallow right field. This is going to drop off the glove of the second baseman, Sam Porter. Here's Stevens moving into second with probably one of the softest hit doubles you'll see. Runner at second, and that brings up Reagan McGee. Charleston comes into this ball game, a 532 hitter, 6 home runs, 27 runs batted in. I think it was about 3 weeks ago when McGahee didn't have a home run at all, so she's been on the tear lately. She'll step in from the right-hand side with one down. Being with the pitch, inside and low for a ball. 1-0, count to Reagan McGahee. Runner at second base, Ava Stevens, one out here in the bottom of the first. Wind up and the pitch. Misses, ball 2. Or fouled off, I should say. Fouled off 1-1. Didn't get a definite signal there, and I was kind of blocked on that play. So the count 1-1.
Good to know.
Behind the plate here at Carchfield, as always. On ground level. 1-1. Inside corner, strike 2. Good pitch there by Bean. That would have been a very difficult pitch to hit. So the count 1-2 now to Reagan McGahee. Bean with delivery. Strikeout number 2 for Bean. And that's going to bring up Kara Moore, the pitcher. Moore on the season for Charleston, a 425 hitter, 3 home runs, 24 runs batted in for the sophomore. Pitch to her, in there for a called strike. Tell you what, Bean's been placing the ball pretty well so far in the early going. 0-1 the count to Moore. Pitch by Bean. In there, called strike 2 at the knees. Bean can keep the ball down there at the knees. I think she's going to have some success in this ball game. She's done well so far. 0-2 to Moore. Down low and inside for a ball. Good eye there by Moore. 1-2 now the count. Moore batting from the right-hand side with 2 down. Runner at second base is Ava Stevens. Wind up and the pitch. Popped up, foul, out of play, back behind us. Count will remain at 1-2 to Moore. Stevens with 1 out double is at second base. Bean in the circle with the delivery and hitter. So runners at first and second with 2 away. We'll get a courtesy runner for the Trojan. As coming in to run for Charleston will be Olivia Schutte. Yep. So Schutte, the runner, 4 more. 2 outs here in the inning. That brings up Claire Cox. Cox a .338 hitter. 1 home run, 17 runs batted in.
Come on, Claire, have fun,
for
kid.
the sophomore right fielder. Charleston trying to get it going here with 2 outs. Pitch swung on and missed for a strike. Beautiful fastball right down the middle that time by Bean. 0-1 the count. 2 outs, bottom 1. Bean with the delivery. Took a little bit off of it, fouled out of play, and count quickly 0-2 to Clara Cox. Bean has thrown 18 pitches so far, 14 of them for strikes. So she's been a strike throwing machine so far. 0-2 on the way. Fouled out of play.
And good bat.
Charleston's done a pretty good job of fouling some pretty good pitches off so far in this bottom of the first inning. Count still 0-2 to Cox. 2 outs and runners at first and second. Pitch is ripped foul left inside. Out of play.
Yeah, that's a good cut. That's a really good cut.
Cox really turned on that pitch, but just got a little in front of it and knocked it out of play. The count will remain at 0-2. WSS not too far removed from a state championship a couple of years ago. 0-2 the count. Pitch.
Good shot!
Downstairs for a ball. Pretty good pitch though. That was a tough pitch to take that time by Cox. She did. It was a little low. 1-2 the count. Bean with the delivery. Swung on and missed. Strikeout number 3. Throw down to first. Not in time.
2 outs. That's a live ball.
And now Coach Moffitt's coming out to argue about this. He's asking the ruling if it hits the ground, if she has to throw her out, and that is definitely true because the ball has to come directly into the glove, so it's going to be a strikeout, but everybody's safe. That's going to put runners at first, second, and third. And that's going to bring up Kaylin Wilson. The first pitch to her is a ball. 1-0 the count. One to know the count. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first with the bases loaded. Pitch is swung on and missed for a strike.
That's a good cut.
0-1 the count. Bean with 3 strikeouts in the inning, but still only 2 outs. One of those unusual situations. Here comes the 1-1. Inside, ball 2. 2-1 the count. A strike that gets into the dirt becomes a live ball with 2 outs. On the strike 3 count. Next pitch, swung on and missed, strike 2. 2-2, now the count to Kaylin Wilson. Went after the high heater that time. She likes the high ones. 2-2. Foul back to the screen. Count will remain at 2-2. 27 pitches thrown in the inning by Bean. 20 of them for strikes. That's pretty impressive. And a 2-2 pitch on the way. Strike 3 called strikeout number 4 for Carly Bean. So one of those rare situations where you get 4 strikeouts in an inning, and that will end it for Charleston. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, 3 left. We played 1 with Charleston and WSS all knotted up at 0-0. Back after this, it's Charleston softball on Classic Rock 92.1 The Axe.
No help today? Where's your cohort at?
He's got a dental appointment today. I was going to say, what's more important, his teeth or softball?
It's a no-brainer there. Nice throw, kid.
Well, when you're not getting paid, I think your teeth are. Where's my water?
You're going to be pushing it a little bit.
We're into the top of the second, no score, and leading it off for the Hatchets and grounding the ball to the shortstop, Reagan McKay, was Maddie Pfeiffer. She throws over to first to Michaela Lane for the out. One pitch, one out. Pfeiffer came in.
Here we go.
429 hitter, no home runs, 11 runs batted in. They'll bring up Ava Richards, the catcher. Richards on the season, a 324 hitter, no home runs, 6 runs batted in. Hatchets of the team bat 388. First pitch is upstairs for a ball. They play a difficult schedule and have done pretty good so far with a 10-4 record. Trying to get themselves ready for postseason. Pitch is downstairs for a ball. 2-0, now they count to Ava Richards. One out, top of the second. Pitch in there for a called strike, or strike two, or strike one, I should say. 2-1, now the count. Both pitchers like to work quickly. I like that. Here's a pitch. It's going to be a ground ball through the hole between the short and third for a base hit. Second hit of the ball game for the Hatchets. Now bring up Natalie Hayes, the center fielder. Hayes, a 386 hitter, no home runs, 14 runs batted in on the season for Hayes. She'll bat from the right-hand side with one down. Yep, she's going to bunt. Bunt to the final place, fielded by the third baseman, Stevens. Fires over to first, not in time. This is going to be an infield single for Natalie Hayes. Third hit of the ball game for the Hatchets. Now bring up Gabby Vonderheide, left fielder. Vonderheide on the season, a 366 hitter. No home runs, 13 runs batted in. So the Hatchets trying to play a little small ball here. Vonderheide takes the first pitch upstairs for a ball. 1-0, the count to Vonderheide. Charleston, Windsor, Stewart's, and Strasburg. Just a quick trip down 16. Ground ball to Stevens, fires over to third, not in time on the fielder's choice. And that's going to put runners at every base now for the Hatchets, with only one out. And that will bring up Sam Porter. Porter, a 222 hitter, no home runs, 5 runs batted in. One out here in the inning. We'll see how Charleston defends it. They're playing a low end. First pitch is outside for ball one. Moore has been in these situations before this year, so she never really lets anything get her rattled. We'll see how she pitches here. 1-0 count. Upstairs, ball two. 2-0. Now the count to Sam Porter, second baseman for Craig Moffitt's Hatchets. Getting the signal over there from her coach. And a 2-0 pitch on the way from Moore. Foul tip. It bounced off the catcher, bounced off the umpire, and off to the left. Said he got it right in the ear, I could hear him say, so going to see if he's okay. As he got hit on the side of the ear there. See if we'll get the trainer out there. He says he thinks he's okay.
Got a little blood in there.
A little blood, so we're going to have a delay here, as they're going to have to go check it out. Leon Price, the trainer on hand here today, will go out and check him out and make sure that he's okay. We have one out here in the top of the second inning. The Hatchets have the bases loaded. With a 2-1 count to the batter, Porter. We'll take a quick break and be back after this. Charleston softball on Classic Rock 92.1.
Joshua? I think you'll live. I may give you one. Just like a little
One your brains don't see well.
I couldn't see on the other side.
You couldn't? Okay. We're all right.
Maybe I'm
Yeah, you can.
Let's go.
It looks like we're about ready to go again. The home plate umpire going to shake it up. I think they rubbed a little dirt on it or something like that. 2-1 the count. One out here in the top of the second, and the Hatchets have the bases loaded, and a 2-1 count to Sam Porter. Wind up in the pitch by Moore. There's a bunt, and it's going to be So it's going to be 2-0 in favor of Hatchets. As the runners move up, throwing air.
That's all right. I got you.
Is a called strike to Kaylin Gary. This pitch is pickoff move. They got her. So they get the runner at third base there in Vonderheide for the second out of the inning. Good throw that time by Blair, the catcher.
Great job back there, Aaron.
So 2 outs here in the inning. This one's going to be a ground ball to the first baseman, Michaela Lang, who stepped on the bag for the out, but the Hatchets able to score a couple of runs in the inning as they get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, 1 left. We've played an inning and a half with Windsor, Straus, and Strasburg leading Charleston by the score of 2-0. Back after this, it's Charleston softball on Classic Rock 92.1, the Axe.
No, it's kind of stuck right there. Ava rocks.
Start feeling like that, just let me know. I've had plenty of hockey players get whacked and have Welcome to the show. Where the stars light up the night underneath that Texas sky. Welcome to the show.
We go into the bottom of the second inning to play with Windsor, Straus, and Strasburg leading Charleston by the score of 2-0. Pitch is going to be swung on and missed for strike 2. And the batter for Charleston is their designated player, Addison Schrader. That pitch misses for a ball. So the count now at 1-2 to Schrader. Schrader comes into this ball game, 380 hitter, 1 home run, 18 runs batted in. Low ground ball to the third baseman, fires over to first and gets her just in time as she goes stumbling across the bag and a little slow getting up. They did call her out. It looks like she's okay. She's kind of laughing about it. One away here in the inning. Now bring up Aaron Blair, the catcher. Blair had herself a career day yesterday. 2 home runs, 6 runs batted in against Lincoln in that big win for the Trojans. First pitch is upstairs for a ball. 1-0 the count to Blair. That was the first out recorded by the Hatchets. It wasn't a strikeout. As a matter of fact, here's the pitch. Swung on the miss for a strike.
Hands, get hands.
1-1, and now the count. Pitch. Strike 2. So 1-2 now the count to Blair. Now back to the screen. Slight flinch on my part as that was right at high level. I think I deserve a flinch that time. So the count now 1-2 to Aaron Blair. Wind up and the delivery. Down low, ball 2. 2-2 now the count to Blair. It's Windsor, Stewartson, Strasburg 2, Charleston nothing here in the top of the second. Our look at the scoreboard brought to you by Heritage Woods of Charleston. Pitch. Ground ball foul toward the WSS dugout. The count will remain at 2-2. Charleston baseball in action over there at Marty Patton Field leads Flora 6-0 as they're in the top of the third. First Neighbor Bank scoreboard update. Next pitch is lifted into deep center field, getting a beat on it, and the upper glove is Natalie Hayes at the warning track. It's going to be a double for Aaron Blair. We'll give her a hit there. That was going to be a tough play for Hayes. So Blair is on, and that's going to bring in with Charleston's second hit of the ball game, second double. Now bring up Michaela Lane, the first baseman, a 240 hitter. No home runs, 6 runs batted in on the season. One out here in the inning. Charleston threatening. Pitch. In there for a called strike at the knees. 0-1, the count to Lane. Number 9 hitter in Blaine Mayhall's lineup here today. Bean with the delivery. Inside for a ball, gets away from her. Good read that time by Blair as she was able to get into third base easily, despite the fact that the ball wasn't that far away from the catcher Richards. So it's going to be a wild pitch, and Blair moves up to third. 1-1, the count to Michaela Lane. Pitch swung on and missed for strike 2. 1-2 the count to Lane. 1 out here in the bottom of the second with WSS leading Charleston 2-0. Count 1-2. The pitch swung on and missed. Strike 3. Strikeout number 5 for Bean. Got to give her credit. She's been throwing strikes most of this ball game, despite the fact that she's thrown 43 pitches. 5 strikeouts now in the ball game. That's going to bring up Ashley McPeak, who struck out her first time. So she's 0 for 1. Pitch is lifted foul out of play. 0-1 the count to Ashley McPeak. The runner at third base is Aaron Blair. Double with 1 out, and then reaching third on a wild pitch. 0-1 the count to McPeak. Inside hitter. Second hit batsman for the Hatchets, Carly Bean. And now the coach for the Hatchets coming out to talk to his catcher, making sure that she's okay after that.
Hey, let's use it.
That's going to bring up Ava Stevens with runners at first and third and 2 outs. Here comes the pitch to Bean. Runner goes at second. They're going to let her go, so it's going to be a stolen base for Ashley McPeak. And for McPeak, that's her 19th stolen base of the season. Guess we can call her the queen of peas. 1-0, the count. Pitch is a ground ball. There you go. It's going to score a couple of runs. Going to come in. It finally came in late. It is tied up at 2 on the RBI single from Ava Stevens. That's going to bring up Reagan McGahee, the shortstop. McGahee struck out swinging at the lineup, so she is 0 for 1. Four Stevens, by the way, her 25th and 26th runs batted in of the season. Good pitch. Foul ball. Back to the screen. Count is 0-1. Bean has been excellent on the mound here play, but hit by pitch led to a couple of runs after the single by Stevens. 0-1 pitch to McGahee. Swung on and missed. Strike two, a little late on that fastball. 0-2, now the count to Reagan McGahee. And here comes the 0-2 pitch on the way. Fouled off the handle that time by McGahee.
Good cut, good cut.
That will remain at 0-2. Runner at first base is Ava Stevens with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second, all knotted up at 2 between Charleston and WSS. The pitch. Fly ball on the infield, calling for it is the first baseman who makes the catch in foul territory. That's Maddie Pfeiffer for out number 3. But in the inning, Charleston scores 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, 1 left. We have played 2 with Charleston 2, Windsor, Stewartson, Strasburg 2. Back after this, it's Charleston softball on Classic Rock 92.1 The Axe, WWGO Charleston Mattoon. Hey, Leanne, there's a folding chair in there if she wants a chair to sit on.
I've been asked her. Unless you're going to let me talk on the radio, because this could be my big break. I can say
I think you can kill it.
but I need perfect acoustics by myself in a car.
Okay.
I was on my price. I have things to wear within my price.
Yeah, I used to sing on the radio when my mom used to get up.
Hey, she's stalling for me to get back.
They're moving that truck because of the glare.
And we'll be into the top of the 3rd inning to play with our score. Charleston 2, Windsor, Stewartson, Strasburg 2. We have a little bit of a delay as they're trying to get a truck moved. The sun was beating down on it and glaring right into the batter's eyes, so they're getting the truck moved to get here going. I thought they were actually...
Umpire's eyes.
Oh, the umpire's eyes. Okay, even worse. But I figured they were just waiting on me to get back from my commercial break. Both teams scoring 2 runs in the 2nd inning, and we're knotted up at 2. The Hatchets with 2 runs on 4 hits and no errors. Charleston 2 runs, 3 hits and no errors. Ella Kinkler, the batter for the Hatchets, singled and was gunned down on a fielder's choice in the 1st inning, so she's 1 for 1. She squares the bunt, takes the first pitch up high for ball 1. 1-0, the count to Kinkler. Next pitch, a little bit low and outside for ball 2. 2-0, the count to Kinkler. Nobody out here in the top of the 3rd. Give you an update on Charleston baseball momentarily. Next pitch.
It's out, it's out, it's out, it's out.
It's the top of the press box. I was looking up just in case there's a little opening here on this right-hand side where it might have came down, but it didn't. So 2-1 now the count. Moore with the pitch, swung on and missed for a strike. A pretty good pitch that time by Moore. And the count now 2-2 to Kinkler. Pitch, a little bit low and outside for ball 3. Moore trying to get her to chase that time, but she wasn't fighting. And the count now full 3-2, or at least that's what I have. Anyway. Next pitch upstairs, ball 4. So she did walk. And it's the first walk issued by Moore, and that'll bring up Hannah Hayes. The shortstop grounded into a fielder's choice her first time up, so she is 0 for 1. She'll step in from that right-hand side. Squares the bunt. Oh, they got her over at first. Oh, great throw over there by the catcher. Blair over to Lane, the first baseman. A squared the bunt, and Kinkler got a little bit too far off and was leaning in the wrong direction, and they got her at first. So that is one away here in the inning. And the count is 0-1, 1-0. The pitch was hit to Reagan McGahee. The shortstop fires over to Lane at first base for the out. So quickly, 2 away here in the inning. Charleston's erased 2 base runners so far on the base paths, with their catcher Blair throwing out a runner at third and throwing out a runner at first. Now 2 away here in the inning. That brings up Carly Bean. First pitch swinging, hits it into right field, giving the lead on that Claire Cox, who makes the catch for out number 3. So in the inning, no runs on no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We played 2.5 with Charleston 2, Windsor, Stewart's, and Strasburg 2. Back after this, it's Charleston softball on Classic Rock 92.1. Yes.
Well,
You okay, man?
I think the ball beat her down when you thanks.
She didn't complain.
Oh, they said she was out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a couple. We played Saturday night.
Becoming a member of Laker Nation means attending a college that is the first choice among high school graduates in our district and one of the top 10 best community colleges in Illinois and the nation. It's a perfect time to get started for summer or fall. Visit lakelandcollege.edu and look for the Enroll Now button. We go into the bottom of the 3rd inning of play with Windsor, Stewart's, and Strasburg and Charleston knotted up at 2 each. Leading it off for Charleston will be their pitcher, Kara Moore. Moore in the first inning was hit by a pitch and was left stranded. She does not have an official at bat. And here comes the pitch from Carly Bean. Foul back screen, and I believe that one may have hit my crowd microphone that I have right up here at the fence. So got a nice little sound effect for you this morning, or this afternoon. 0-1 the count. Bean in her 3rd inning of work's been great. Next pitch upstairs for a ball. Check out this line for her. She's only given up 3 hits and struck out 5 batters so far. 1-1 the count to Moore. Check swing, they said she went. 1-2, now the count to Moore. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Charleston, Windsor, Stewart's, and Strasburg all knotted up at 2. In baseball, trying to get an update over there. There's a ground ball off the leg of Moore, and she's going to hobble around a little bit, but I think she's okay.
Need a crutch?
Feel good, you laugh.
So the count is 1-2 to Moore.
Kara, that's not your funny bone.
1-2 the count. Sounds like she's okay.
She can't run anyway.
We've had 3 rings. So it's now 1-2 the count. Everybody laughing about it. I know some of the fans for WSS, she plays with a couple of the players in travel ball, so they're having a good laugh about it too. So the count will remain at 1-2. Pitch upstairs for a ball.
Good eye, kid.
Right idea that time by Bean, didn't get her to chase. And the count 1-2, 2-2, now fouled out of play. Count will remain at 2-2. 2-2 the count. Here comes the pitch from Bean. Downstairs, ball 3. 3-2, now the count. Into the count. The pitch. Rip and foul out of play, left hand side. Count will remain full at 3-2. 59 pitches now thrown by Bean. And here comes another 3-2 pitch to Kara Moore from Carly Bean. Foul, out of play. Count will remain full at 3-2. 3-2 the count. Pitch downstairs.
Hey, grade it back, kid.
More walks, putting a runner at first base with nobody out for Claire Cox. Coming in to run once again for Charleston will be Olivia Shooting. Shooting will be the runner at first base. And Claire Cox struck out her first time. Runner goes, bunt. Goes back to the screen. Foul ball. 0-1 the count to Claire Cox. Struck out her first time up, but reached on base on a wild pitch. So the count now at 0-1 to Claire Cox. We'll see what Shooty does. Shooty's running again, and she does. They throw down, not in time as she's into second. Now attempts to go to third, and then changes her mind, comes back to throw in, not in time. So it's a stolen base for Shooty. The count 1-1 to Claire Cox. Runner in scoring position for Charleston, with nobody out here in the bottom of the third. Here comes the pitch. Outside for a ball. So the count now at 2-1. Charleston at baseball leading Flora 6-1 in the bottom of the third. That's the First Neighbor Bank scoreboard update. Next pitch inside, ball 3. So the count now 3-1 to Clara Cox. Runner at second base is the courtesy runner Olivia Shooty for Kara Moore. Clara Cox awaiting the 3-1 from Bean. Swung on and missed for a strike. Great pitch that time by Bean. Low and inside there on the corner. And now the count full to Cox at 3-2. Cox digs in, the 3-2 on the way. It's going to be popped up in foul territory. Getting a beat and making the catch is Ava Richards, the catcher out number 1. One away here in the inning. Now bring up Kaylin Wilson. Wilson struck out looking her first time up, so she's 0 for 1. Runner at second base, Olivia Shooty. One out here in the bottom of the third. We're all knotted up at 2. It's at Heritage Woods of Charleston scoreboard. Pitch is from deep left, and it's going to be caught in left field by Vonderheide. Boy, she gave that one a ride, but came up a little bit short. The way that ball came off the bat, I thought it was going to go, but I think the wind might have held that one up a little bit. 2 away here in the inning. So that will bring up for Charleston, Addison Schrader, who grounded out the third her first time up, so she's 0 for 1. Pitch is in there for a called strike. 4 strike 1 at the knees. 0-1 the count to Schrader. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. All knotted up at 2. Wind is blowing in a little bit from left, and that may have hauled that one up a little bit on that drive that time by Wilson. Pitch inside low for a ball. 1-1 now the count to Schrader. Got to give Vonderheide credit for sticking with that one out there in left. Pitch swung on and missed. Strike 2. Running to the count. Now the runner gets caught in the rundown. Shooty trying to get back to the bag, and she is going to finally be tagged out. So the runner erased on the base pass, and that's going to end the inning for Charleston. No runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We go to the top of 4 with Charleston, Windsor, Stewart, and Strasburg all knotted up at 2-2. Back after this, it's Charleston softball on Classic Rock 92.1 The Axe. I thought that was gone. I was getting ready to say the park's not going to contain this one.
It sure looked like it should. It sounded awesome off the bat.
Yeah, it did. Wind's just coming this way a little bit.
Still did. You hit it good. Yeah. Must not have got the sweet spot, but it sure sounded good.
She's throwing at me again.
I was just on my phone.
Top of the fourth, Windsor, Stewart's, and Strasburg and Charleston knotted up at 2 at softball. The first pitch to Maddie Pfeiffer is upstairs for a ball from Kara Moore. 1-0 the count. Moore on for her 4th inning of work. She's been pretty good in the circle. Next pitch in there for a called strike. 4 strike 1. Both teams getting their runs in the 2nd inning. The Hatchets have 4 hits. Now this one driven into center field. McPeak gets a beat on it, makes the catch for the out. McPeak made that one look easy as she just glided to the spot that time and made the catch for out number 1. 1 away here in the inning. Now bring up Ava Richards, the catcher for the Hatchets. Richards singled and scored her first time up, so she's 1 for 1 in the ball game. Pitch by Moore in there for a called strike 4, strike 1. 0-1 the count to Richards.
5-6 last time.
Next pitch, upstairs and in for a ball. Didn't miss by much there. Pretty good pitch that time by Moore. 1-1 now the count. Next pitch, fouled out of play. 1-2 now the count to Richards. Moore has been the workhorse for her team, as this is her 110th inning pitch this season. Next pitch is her first hit batsman by Moore. That's going to bring up Natalie Hayes, the center fielder. Singled and scored her first time up, so she's 1 for 1. It is Charleston 2, Windsor, Stewart's, and Strasburg 2 as we're in the top of the 4th. Look at the scoreboard, brought to you by Heritage Woods. As we're in the Coles County Sanitation press box. This one's bunted back to the pitcher. It's by her. This is going to be a single. Now they got the runner over there at second base picked off. Charleston able to get it out somehow, and it's going to be 2 outs here in the inning. That's 2 down here in the inning.
Wow. Professional, John with the fans.
And that's going to bring up Gabby Vonderheide. Vonderheide grounded into a fielder's choice her first time up, so she's 0 for 1. Now pickoff move towards first, going back in, standing up over there's Hayes. Tell you what, we've seen 4 runners taken off the base pass so far in this ball game. Next pitch is outside for a ball. 2-0 now the count to Vonderheide. Runner at first base is Natalie Hayes. Ground ball to the pitcher, Moore. Fires over to first to Michaela Lane for the out. So in the inning, no runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left. We have played 3.5 with Charleston 2, Windsor, Stewart's, and Strasburg 2. Back after this, it's Charleston softball on Classic Rock 92.1 The Axe. She almost made a great play on that bunt.
Yeah. Yep.
I thought she came up with it at first.
Just barely trickled off the glove.
I'll get it right now and I'll put it in my cooler.
Nice runs. Way to lean into that catch there. It was. So I wish it hurt a little bit at least.
We go into the bottom of the fourth. Charleston, Windsor, Stewart's, and Strasburg knotted up at 2. The batter for Charleston will be Addison Schrader. Schrader rounded out the third, her first time out. So she's
Come on, 14, let's go, kid.
Becoming a member of Laker Nation means attending a college that is the first choice among high school graduates in our district and one of the top 10 best community colleges in Illinois nation. Perfect time to get started for summer or fall. Visit lakelandcollege.edu. Look for the Enroll Now button. First pitch fouled off, back to the screen. The count 0-1 to Addison Schrader. A pretty good pitcher's battle here today between Carly Bean and Kara Moore. Neither team with the advantage right now is knotted up at 2. Next pitch, low and outside for a ball. Pretty close pitch that time, but it did look to be a little bit low. 1-1 the count. Bean with her 74th pitch is upstairs for a ball. 74 pitches down thrown by Bean, 52 for strikes. The count now 2-1 to Addison Schrader. Pitch is swinging on and fouled out of play left-hand side. 2-2 now the count to Schrader. Schrader turned on that one and fouled it out. So the count 2-2. And here comes a shake-off by Bean, and now she has the pitch that she likes from her catcher Richards. Here's a 2-2. Swing on and miss. Strike number 6 for Bean. One out, now bring up Aaron Blair, the catcher. Doubled off the center fielder's glove in the second inning of play and scored. So she is 1 for 1. Still crack up about the first of Bel Air walkout music. Calling herself the Fresh Prince of Blair, I guess. Pitch to her, swung on and missed for a strike. 0-1 the count. Bean will work quickly. Here's the 0-1. Driven into deep center field. It is going to be over the head of the center fielder. Blair with her second straight double of the ball game. And that will bring up Michaela Lane. Blair has gotten a hold of a couple, putting them in deep center field. That one came close to going out, just didn't have enough to carry. And Lane, the batter, struck out her first time up, so she is 0 for 1. Blair at second, 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth. Here's the pitch, down low for a ball. 0-1 the count. I guess you could say that Aaron Blair is really seeing the softball real well in these last couple of games. A couple of homers yesterday, a couple of doubles that came close to going out here today. Want to know the count? This is going to be a ground ball to the shortstop. Base comes up firing over to first for the out. And now Blair moves into third base after the throw. So good hustle that time by Blair. That's going to bring up the top of the lineup for Charleston. And that's going to bring up Ashley McPeak, who is 0 for 1. McPeak, a strikeout and a hit by pitch, a stolen base and a run score. So she is 0 for 1. Pitch, pop up, foul, out of play. Charleston with a chance to take the lead here with one of their better hitters at the plate, Ashley McPeak. In fact, among the starters, she is their best hitter at 5'16" coming into this game. Pitch in the dirt. Blair's going to come down, and she's going to get in and score on the wild pitch. Charleston leads by the score of 3-2. Charleston's first lead of the ball game. 1-1 the count to Ashlyn McPeak.
Hey, don't let up here.
1-1 the count, 2 outs here in the inning, the pitch. Downstairs for a ball, 2-1 now the count. Ashlyn McPeak trying to keep the inning going. Charleston with their first lead at 3-2. Pitch. Going to be driven deep left field. The ballpark will not contain this one. It is a home run for Ashlyn McPeak, and Charleston leads by the score of 4-2. For McPeak, her 8th home run of the season and 30th run batted in. That was a no-doubter there. Charleston 4, WSS 2. Whole infield and the catcher going out to talk to Carly Bean. As the batter for Charleston will be Ava Stevens. Stevens a double and a single. A couple of runs batted in, so she's 2 for 2 in the ball game. Charleston 4, WSS 2 here in the bottom of the 4th. Here's the pitch. Pop up, shallow center. Getting a beat on it is the center fielder Natalie Hayes, who makes the catch for out number 3. But in the inning for Charleston, 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We've played 4 with Charleston leading Windsor, Stewarts, and Strasburg by the score of 4-2. Back after this, it's Charleston softball on Classic Rock 92.1. Yeah. That's my new thing. The ballpark's not
Yep.
this one. I kind of like that.
What's the carrot?
For there, 45. Not bad.
Oh, John, just get it started. We'll go back to you. Amber and I were talking. Emily hit some bombs. It may have been 300 feet.
Right, Emily, what are Emily's last home runs were the very first one?
The one in Champaign Central. I know exactly what it was. And I watched you running as hard as you could.
Need a water right now? I got water right here. Way to lean into that thing. Got to give you a little bit of grief.
We go into the top of the 5th with Charleston leading Windsor, Stewarts, and Strasburg by the score of 4-2. The scoreboard brought to you by Heritage Woods of Charleston. First pitch by Kara Moore to Sam Porter. Going inside for ball 1. Want to know the count? Here comes the 47th pitch from Moore. Upstairs, ball 2. I don't know, for some reason it seems like she's thrown a lot more pitches than that, but she's been pretty efficient. Her defense has really helped her out here today. Pitch in there for a called strike, 4 strike 1, 2-1 to count. Next pitch, fouled out of play, 2-2. Two and two the count.
How are you, sir? Huh? Oh,
With
no,
nobody
he's
out
going.
here in the top of the 5th. Pitch popped up on the infield, calling for it. The shortstop, Reagan McKay, makes the catch for out number 1. 1 away here in the inning. And for the Hatchets, that will bring up Kaylin Carey, who grounded out to first her first time out. First Neighbor Bank scoreboard, they're in the bottom of the 4th with Charleston leading Flora 6-1 in baseball. Pitch swung on and missed. A low outside pitch that time by Moore. 0-1 is the count. Pitch is fouled off the handle. Count quickly 0-2. Moore looking for her first 1-2-3 inning. She's faced the minimum batters in 2 of the 4 innings. Charleston's been racing players on the field. And now the ball in the dirt, swung on to miss. 4 strike 3. Fire over to first in time for out number 2. 2 away here in the inning for the Hatchets. And that will bring up for them Their leadoff hitter, Ella Kinkler. Kinkler 1 for 1 with a single and a walk. She bunts it down the third base line, fielded by Stevens. Fires over to first in time for the out. As a good stretch
job,
over
Ava.
there by Lang. A 1-2-3 inning for Charleston. Yeah, 3 down as we go into the bottom of the 4th. With Charleston leading Windsor, Stewart's, and Strasburg by the score of 4-2. Back after this, it's Charleston softball on Classic Rock 92.1 The Axe. Doing all right? Yep. Good.
Hey, can you tighten that? I don't know how to do it.
Becoming a member of Laker Nation means attending a college that is the first choice among high school graduates in our district, one of the top 10 best community colleges in Illinois and the nation. It's perfect time to get started for summer or fall. Visit lakelandcollege.edu and look for the Enroll Now button. We're in the Coles County Sanitation and Recycling Press Box as we go into the bottom of the 5th inning with Charleston leading Windsor, Stewart's, and Strasburg in softball by the score of 4-2. Carly Bean on for another inning of work for the Hatchets. And finishing up her warm-up tosses here. Leading it off for Charleston will be Reagan McGahee. I want to thank our platinum sponsors, Hilltop Skilled Nursing and Rehab Center, Landman Oil, U Hotel, Brick House, First Neighbor Bank, U Properties, McDonald's in Coles County, Casey Summers, Nissan Mazda, Myerscough Automotive, and Huddy Chiropractic. Remember our stream available at myradiolink.com and the MyRadiolink mobile app. Just click on Classic Rock 92.1 The Axe, presented by Lakeland College. Here's McGahee. First pitch swing popped up on the infield, calling for it to second baseman Sam Porter, who makes the catch for out number 1. One pitch, one out here in the inning, and that will bring up Kara Moore, the pitcher. Moore does not have an official at bat. She's been hit by a pitch and she's walked. Her courtesy runner, Olivia Schutte, stole a base. Went out here in the bottom of the 5th. Being working, here's the pitch, swung on and missed, 4 strike 1. 0-1, the count to Kara Moore. One out here in the bottom of the 5th. Pitch, driven, foul, left-hand side into the netting. So the count now 0-2 to Kara Moore. One out, bottom of the 5th. Charleston with 2 in the 2nd and 2 in the 4th. Lead this one 4-2. WSS with 2 in the 2nd. Pitch, upstairs for a ball. 1-2, now the count to Kara Moore. Being in the circle with the wind-up and delivery. Low and inside, ball 2. 2-2, now the count to Kara Moore. 4-2 is our score. The pitch, 2-2. Fouled, left-hand side out of play. Count will remain at 2-2 to Moore. Beautiful day for softball. Some rain overnight and rain this morning really didn't affect this field. They did have the tarp on overnight, so it was able to maintain the field here. Next pitch, caught strike 3 for Bean. Strikeout number 7 for Bean. And that will bring up Clara Cox. Cox the batter for Charleston. Strikeout and a foul out, so she's 0 for 2. Comes up to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles thing. Pitch upstairs for a ball. 1-0, the count to Clara Cox. Charleston leading 4-2 here in the bottom of the 5th in softball. Charleston looking for win number 22 on the season. Pitch. Foul ball 1-1, now the count. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Carly Bean trying to hold serve here for the Hatchets. And the 1-1 pitch on the way. Change-up is going to be a ground ball foul. Left-hand side, fielded by the third baseman, Kinkler, in foul territory. 1-2, now the count to Cox. Cox out in front of that one a little bit on the change. Not seen the change much from Carly Bean here today. Here comes the 1-2. Upstairs for a ball. 2-2, now the count. Charleston 4, Windsor, Stewartson, Strasburg 2, bottom 5. The pitch. Swings and hit it into left field. Perfect placement that time by Gabby Vonderheide, the left fielder who makes the catch for out number 3. So Charleston goes quietly in the 5th. No runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We have played 5 with Charleston and Windsor, Stewartson, Strasburg. Not a Charleston 4, Windsor, Stewartson, Strasburg 2. Back after this, it's Charleston softball on Classic Rock 91. What? Yeah, I was getting ready to say, then I realized what I was saying. I was like, wait a minute, there's a lead here.
I got that.
Never that lucky. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm very Oh.
We go into the top of the 6th with Charleston leading Windsor, Stewartson, Strasburg by the score of 4-2. Looks like Charleston baseball leading in the bottom of the 4th, 8-1. First Neighbor Bank scoreboard. And coming out for her 6th inning of work is Kara Moore, and she's been excellent. Only given up 2 runs in this ball game on 5 hits, and 2 of the 5 hits have been bunt singles. Leading it off is Hannah Hayes. Hayes, the shortstop, 0 for 2, a fielder's choice, and a ground out to short. Comets running, or the Hatchets running out of time here as the first pitch is in there for a called strike, 4 strike 1. I knew I was going to do that eventually, and I apologize for that, calling them the Comets when they are the Hatchets. Pitch upstairs for a ball. 1-1, now the count. Top of the 6th with Charleston leading the Hatchets by the score of 4-2. Next pitch outside for a ball. Good take that time by Hannah Hayes. Don't forget, we'll have our post-game show coming up, brought to you by Smile Dr. Braces. Pitch foul back to the screen. And the count now at 2-2 to Hannah Hayes. Nobody out here in the top of the 6th. Pitch by Moore. Change up. Oh, strike 3. For Moore, that's only her 2nd strikeout of the ball game. And 1 away here in the top of the 6th inning. That'll bring up Carly Bean, the pitcher. Grounded into a double play her first time out. Flew out to right her 2nd time up. So she is 0 for 2. Pitch. Outside and high for a ball.
So Carly, help yourself here, kid.
1-0. The count to Carly Bean. The Hatchets trailing by 2. Pitch downstairs, ball 2. 2-0, now the count to Bean. The pitch. It's going to be a ground ball back to the pitcher, Moore. Fires over to first to Michaela Lang. Court out number 2.
Hey, ask for help.
2 away here in the inning. And that's going to bring up Maddie Pfeiffer. They're going to ask if the ball hit off the batter that time. So they're going to go talk to her, talk about it, and they're going to foul ball. Okay, so they have called a foul ball. So give the umpires credit for getting together there and making sure that they had the right call there. So the count will be 2-1 to Carly Bean. Pitch is going to be a ground ball to the third baseman. Stevens fires over the first. Throw is a little bit wide. He's going to give her an infield single on this one. Now there's going to be a discussion from Blaine Mayhall as he comes out to talk to the base umpire. And now they're going to ask for help again, as he thought that they got her at the tag. And the throw did bring her off the bag there. They're talking about it, and we'll see what the signal is here. Okay, they called her out. Called her out on the tag. So 2 outs here in the inning.
Definitely don't have a better angle on that one.
And now Coach Moffitt coming in to discuss it with the home plate umpire. So they did get her on the tag, according to the home plate umpire, 2 away. So an out was taken away from Charleston, a base hit taken away from WSS on 2 consecutive pitches. That brings up Maddie Pfeiffer, 0 for 2, a ground out and a fly out. Takes the first pitch at the knees for a called strike, 4 strike 1. About everything that you can have happen in this ball game seems to have happened with runners on the base pass. Here's a ground ball, foul down the third base slide. Count now 0-2 to Maddie Pfeiffer. Charleston 4, Windsor, Stewart's, and Strasburg 2. As we are in the top of the 6th inning with 2 outs. 0-2, low and in for a ball. 1-2, now the count to Pfeiffer.
Real tough. Real tough for this. Come on, man.
Pfeiffer digging in, here's the pitch. Side ball 2. 67 pitches thrown by Moore, 39 of them for strikes. And the count is 1-2. Pitch to Pfeiffer. It's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop. McGahee comes up with it, fires over to Lane for the out. That's going to end the inning as the Hatchets go quietly once again, 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the 6th with Charleston leading Windsor, Stewart's, and Strasburg 4-2. Back after this, it's Charleston softball on Classic Rock, 92-1 the Axe.
Fly ball to you last night.
Bottom of the 6th in the Coles County Sanitation and Recycling Press Box. Rob Calhoun along with you as Caleb Wilson to lead it off for Charleston. They lead Windsor, Stewart's, and Strasburg by the score of 4-2. The first pitch by Carly Bean. Swung on and missed on the fastball that time. 0-1, the count to Caleb Wilson. Here comes the windup and the delivery upstairs for a ball. 1-1, now the count to Wilson. Wilson, strikeout victim, looking her first time up, flew out to left her second time up. So she is 0 for 2 in the ball game. That one to left field looked like it was going to go the way she hit it off the bat, but it held up in the wind. Next pitch outside, ball 2. 2-1, now the count to Wilson. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th. Wind up and the pitch. Popped up. Foul territory. Third baseman, Kinkler, makes the catch in foul territory. 4 out, number 1. One away here in the inning. Now we'll bring up Addison Schrader, the designated player. Schrader 0 for 2. A ground out to third and a strikeout in this ball game. Pitch is in there for a called strike. 4, strike 1. 0-1 is the count to Schrader. Next pitch is wind up and fastball upstairs for ball 1.
Keep working behind the dish, Here we go.
1-1 the count to Schrader. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Being with the delivery upstairs, ball 2. 2-1 now the count to Schrader. Schrader, the designated player. Pitch. Swung on and missed for a strike. 2-1 now the count to Schrader. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Charleston clinging to a 2-run lead. Charleston with 2 runs in the 2nd, 2 in the 4th. The Hatchets with 2 in the 2nd. Strikeout number 8 for Bean. That's going to bring up Aaron Blair, the catcher. Blair with a couple of doubles in this ball game, so she's 2 for 2. Also has a couple of runs scored for the Trojans. So far in this ball game, Windsor, Stewart, and Strasburg's left 2 on base. Charleston's left 4. Pitch to Blair is in there. A called strike at the Beans. 4, strike 1. 0-1 the count. Here comes the wind-up in the pitch. Side high for ball. 1-1, now the count to Blair. Looking for her 3rd hit of the ball game. They have her shaded into left field a little bit. Gap is open in right center field. Pitch fouled out of left. Count now 1-2 to Blair. Aaron Blair, the sophomore catcher, 2 home runs yesterday, 2 long doubles today. And 1-2. Now back to the screen. The count will remain at 1-2 to Blair. Charleston leading 4-2 here in the bottom of the 6th. Wind up and the delivery. Low and away for a ball. Good eye that time by Blair. 2-2 now the count. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Here comes the wind up and delivery from Bean. It's going to be ripped into left field. This is going to be a base hit. Blair's going around first. She's headed for 2. 3 doubles in the ball game for Aaron Blair. And that's going to bring up Michaela Lane. That one went off the glove of Kinkler, who reached high to try to get that one, couldn't come up with it. That slowed the ball down. By the time Vonderheide got to it, Blair was in at 2nd. So that's going to make 2 outs here in the inning. That's going to bring up Michaela Lane. Aaron Blair 3 for 3 today. 2 outs here in the inning. Charleston looking for some more here. First pitch swung on and missed to Lane for a strike. Fastball at the knees, that time by Bean. Bean's only given up 6 hits in this ball game. The Charleston's made their hits timely. Pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2, and they've taken a little bit off of that one. 0-2 now the count to Lane. Lane will dig in. Runner at second base, Blair. 2 outs here in the inning. Wind up and the delivery. Swung on strike 3. That is strikeout number 9 for the pitcher Bean, and that's going to end the inning. No runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left. We've played 6 with Charleston leading Windsor Stewart's in Strasburg by the score of 4-2. Back after this, it is Charleston softball on Classic Rock 92-1 the Axe.
She got about a dozen.
What?
She got about a dozen. A little more than that.
I've got 9. She's been good. We go into the bottom or top of the 7th inning of play with our score. Charleston leading Windsor Stewart's in Strasburg by the score of 4-2. Charleston trying to close the door on their 22nd victory of the season. Kara Moore in the circle for Charleston. I'd like to thank our platinum sponsors, Hilltop Skilled Nursing and Rehab Center, Lamb and Oil, Utah Hotel, First Neighbor Bank, U Properties, McDonald's of Coles County, Casey Summers, Nissan Mazda, Myers-Koff Automotive, and Huddy Chiropractic. It will be 5, 6, and 7 in the lineup. Ava Richards, Natalie Hayes, and Gabby Vonderhyde to face Kara Moore trying to close out this ball game for the Trojans. Pitch is upstairs for a ball to Ava Richards. Richards is 1 for 1. A single, a run scored, and a hit by pitch. And a pitch. And there for a called strike. 1-1 now the count. Don't forget that during our post-game show, brought to you by Smile Doctor Braces, we'll bring you our player of the game, brought to you by Illinois Express Eye Care. Next pitch is in there and swung on and missed. 4 strike 2 to Ava Richards. So the count now 1-2 to the catcher for the Hatchets. And we go to 1-2, rip foul left hand side. Count will remain at 1-2. 72 pitches now thrown for Moore in the ball game, 43 for strikes. And the count 1-2 to Richards. This is ripped into foul territory, getting a beat on it and making a nice running catch out there. Clara Cox. Cox makes the catch in foul territory. She had to come a long way for it and made a beautiful catch out there and right. 1 away. That's the defense helping out the Trojans again. That will bring up Natalie Hayes. Hayes with a pair of singles and a run scored in the ball game, so she's 2 for 2. First pitch taken for strike 1. 0-1 the count. Charleston baseball in the top of the 5th, leading Flora 12-3 at First Neighbor Bank scoreboard. Next pitch fouled off. 0-2 the count.
Check your kid.
One out here in the top of the 7th. Charleston leading 4-2 in softball over Windsor Stewart's in Strasburg. Next pitch down low for a ball. So the count now 1-2. Next pitch down low for a ball. So the count now at 2-2. Pitch inside corner missed. Ball 3. Count now full at 3-2 to Natalie Hayes. Charleston 2 outs away from the victory. Next pitch is fouled off right-hand side. Trying to give chase over it was the first baseman, Michaela Lane, and didn't quite get there. So the count will remain full at 3-2. Charleston 4, WSS 2, top of the 7th. 1 out. Full count. Pitch. Popped up on the infield. Calling for it as the pitcher Moore, who makes the catch for out number 2. 2 away here in the inning, and the last chance now for the Hatchets. That's going to bring up their left fielder, Gabby Vonderhyde. Vonderhyde, a fielder's choice, and a ground out to the pitcher, so she's 0 for 2. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Pitch by Moore. Missed upstairs for a ball. 1-0 the count. Wind up in the pitch. Down low, ball 2. 2-0 the count to Vonderhyde. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Charleston leading by 2. Trying to close this one out. Pitch. Popped up. Foul territory. Blair going after it. Blair comes up with the catch in foul territory in front of the Hatchet dugout, and that's going to end the ball game. Charleston a winner today by the score of 4-2 over the Hatchets of Windsor, Stewarts, and Strasburg. We'll be back with our post-game show after we take a time out here. It's Charleston softball on Classic Rock 92.1 The Axe. Five, but two of them were bunt singles.
Yeah, and one strikeout?
Two. I'll take it.
All right, that's a winner. Play again tomorrow here against Salem. Have a good night.